It's James with Net News Ledger. Eric Melillo joining us to talk the national political scene. Eric, welcome back.
It's great to be back. Thanks, James.
It's been a week where we're watching Ontario start to open up. We've watched a week where the Prime Minister is off to the G7 in London, and it's got a lot of people confused. He left in a mask. He was elbow instead of handshaking, except for the dinner last night. So what's the situation in national politics this week from your perspective?
Yeah, well, it was. I was happy to be in Ottawa this week, physically. Sorry, last week, for the session, and I know a big focus for me and for our party was on that plan to reopen and a plan for an economic recovery that we've talked about quite a bit. We know that with vaccinations picking up, with the reopening framework that we're working within in Ontario, that we are going to be reopening, and that there is that light at the end of the tunnel. And I think that's why more than ever our focus has to be on supporting our small businesses, our resources, and ensuring that they can reopen to a thriving economy at the end of the fall. So that's I talked about a bit of that in the House this week, talking about a mining partnership in Sioux Lookout in the Sioux Lookout region with 4 First Nations and 9 companies as well. I tip my hat to the work they're doing, and those are sort of the kinds of projects that we need to be supporting and developing to have a robust economic recovery in northwestern Ontario.
We've watched, this week in Ontario, the retail is, small retail is opened back up. The lineups outside some of the stores are like making, well, if you were waiting for a brand new Apple product, the lineups are probably just as long or just as short, depending on how you look at it.
Right. I mean, it's obviously everyone's pretty excited that we're opening into step one. I know I can't wait to get out on a patio. It was a bit rainy yesterday in Kenora, so I opted for the takeout option. But it's an important reminder that though we all want to get out, and we want to support those local businesses. Please do support those local businesses, but do so. Make sure that we're being responsible. We're not letting our guard down as well. We still have to do what we can to keep ourselves and those around us safe. So I think that would be a good reminder to make. I know we're all well excited, myself included. So it can be easy, especially as we get through the summer, to let our guard down.
It's funny, isn't it? After a year of the pandemic, plus just being able to go into a store has people excited.
Yeah, it's the little things, right? It's with the whole world essentially as we knew it turned over because of the pandemic. I find there's a lot of things that missing that we didn't think that we didn't think we would, like going to a store, going to a restaurant. I mean, for me, going to work normally, flying down to Ottawa rather than zooming in. It's funny. When I was first elected, James, we were in Ottawa and it was a great experience, but whenever you were there, you always wanted to be back in your riding, and now it's almost the opposite. I'm wanting to get to Ottawa a bit more because we haven't had that opportunity. But hopefully, with the light at the end of the tunnel now and opening up towards the fall, we'll have more of those opportunities.
What message for the Kenora riding this week?
I'll just say I was happy to have my my last in-person trip to Ottawa, standing up for our region, but we do have a couple more weeks left of the parliamentary session, so I'm looking forward to participating in that and ensuring that that I'm being a voice for our region, and then of course into the summer, and more than anything, looking forward to touring around the riding a bit and getting out and engaging with the constituents again.
Eric, and thank you very much for taking the time again. To keep up to date, you have to subscribe. You have to hit that like button and hit the notification to stay in touch.